This is going to be a long one.
But then there's always that random factor where players are more likely to get it in pre if there's opportunity. Because we did have a big clash prior to getting to the final table where 50 big blinds were call off ace queen versus 2 10s, Petrangelo and 𝐿one is still at the final table, which the clash. And here's a clash that could income. Look, it's ace king suited versus queens, the classic. And Petrangelo, did he go with just call?
Yeah, he did. This is second against third in chips. They're both hovering around the 63 big blind mark. And there's 𝐿𝐿𝐵𝐷 on the button with queen jack suited. Randy, could we potentially see some ridiculous spot here? This is first against second against third. Yeah, there it is. 𝐿𝐿𝐵𝐷's just saying, hang on, guys. I'm the chip leader. You need to sit back down.
Pot is very interesting. I wonder how Wisbrod is going to continue. Does he always 4-bet rip? I don't think he's looking to 4-bet induce as much, given he's covered and he has a very healthy stack at a final table with many short stacks that have bounties on the line.
Also, the flatting range of Nicky P is pretty strong here, right, Randy? I mean, obviously we can see queens. I don't want to be results oriented, but I don't know, 65 big blinds, ace king, it's a lot of hand, and he knows that 𝐿𝐿𝐵𝐷 is going to be up to no good on the button.
I think his main concern is more so 𝐿𝐿𝐵𝐷 rather than Petrangelo. Petrangelo has a lot of hands at flats that, you know, are just going to step aside. It really can play out many ways.
Brack doesn't strike me as the type to be pushed around by a chip leader.
This is disgusting for Petrangelo. He's got 2 queens. And he still has to worry about 𝐿one stack behind him.
I can't believe this.
He might call it off.
Second hand of this final table. 4-bet pot. First against second against third in chips. Nicky P has black queens. 61 big blinds at the start of the hand. And he's facing a jam in front of him after the chip leader 3-bet squeezed on the button.
So, first question here is, how wide is Wisbrod jamming here? Is it ever jacks? And he's going to lay down to 2 queens. What a play. Wow. That hand was pretty sick. That was very cool.
This could be over, Randy, in an hour, by the way.
That's what I'm saying.
Almost.
It doesn't matter that they're deep.
But sometimes they don't set the time on what, you know. I don't know what day it is. 100%. I really don't either. No, I have no idea.
I only know
Sunday, right?
because people are talking about playing online tomorrow.
Say Saturday then?
Yeah, that's the only reason I know. But
Saturday now, not Sunday? Saturday. There's football, so I know.
or maybe
I couldn't tell you the days either. I thought it's Sunday.
But yeah, if prior to that conversation, if you just told me it's Wednesday, I'd just be like, okay.
Yeah. I know. But there's football.
Oh, it's like Tuesday's EPL or something. Oh no, it's Tuesday.
That's crazy to me. Randy, do you know what day it is?
Well, apparently it's Saturday. But it hasn't been that deep into the schedule. Hold on. Ace-3 offsuit 3-bet. Jamil's got pocket 9s.
I mean, 𝐿𝐿𝐵𝐷 might have just saved Jamil from busting here. I mean, hijack open, cut off 3-bet.
It's not an easy spot, though, because, like, he is ahead of 𝐿one range, I would think. Given that 𝐿one covers Petrangelo, so he's going to have more 3-bet bluffs. He's the shortest stack, so he needs to find a spot to double up as everyone else is waiting for him to bust. He's strongly considering it.
Well, he knows
like he's going to lean towards going for it.
He knows he has 0 fold equity against
Yeah,
𝐿𝐿𝐵𝐷. He does run it. Fair play to Jamil for taking the spot as and when presented to him. He knows he can't just, you know, blind himself down just to try and get a couple of ladders. Wakil is here to play for the win. Now it gets really interesting because It does reopen. No, it doesn't reopen the action. So Jesse's raise is 390k more than Nikki's, and Wakil's is only 375. Am I right, Randy?
I think so. Well, Petrangelo's going to jam it all in, so that'll keep it simple.
Good luck, gents. Things looking bleak for Jamil. Gonna need to spike a 2-outer.
3 so far.
Feels like 17.
10s versus 9s.
Did you even look?
Me?
You even know what you had?
Ace. What's it?
Ace.
No, I had one card.
It's
Just had an ace.
10 forward.
My other card.
Jamil.
I looked at one.
Stands up out of his seat. He knows
GG.
how bleak that flop is, and on the turn he's confirmed drawing dead.
My plan would have worked perfect if you didn't have a real hand.
Oh, you looked at one, you threw.
Randy, I'm
going to
say it now.
The second one after all the action. And you were, it's actually like a nice way to create a.
The big breakout score at the Triton series for Jamil is just around the corner. He's been knocking on the door
Did he see an ace or forward? What did he see?
since he first joined us.
Allegedly, he saw an ace.
Okay.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, ace 3 off.
Yeah.
Joined us for the first time in London
You
2023.
need the mic?
Came 5th in the 50k out there for 400,000. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜 early this year had a couple of deep runs, but again, just unable to convert anything late in the day. This 7th place run being his 3rd final table at the Triton Super High Roller Series. And I don't think it's going to be too long, Randy, until we see the Canadian lifting the gold. But for now, 7th place money will have to do. And with that, we are down to the final 6.
Don't think that.
Dvoress coming with the open from under the gun. Blinds have gone up. He is the shortest stack with just 12 bigs, and well, precisely for that reason, Jesse flicking in the calls. He looks to go bounty hunting.
Check.
7-2-5 out there.
Yeah, we've seen Lonis play the loosest ranges of all the players here, even not as the chip leader. Two overs, the gut shot, backdoor hearts, a texture that does hit the big blind a bit more than Dvoress, especially because Dvoress is opening off of 15 bigs or so from UTG. Doesn't have the 9/8 suited and 5/6 suited, etc. as much. Mainly the hands he has for value when he bets his flop are over pairs. Maybe an ace-8.
Feels like a nice one to kind of check
All
or
in.
jam. Yeah, I love it.
Outright rip.
I love it. Just not giving Jesse the chance to check raise with this gut shot or check continue.
This might not be over yet. Jesse asking for a count.
Stop it.
So, of course, he's got what he perceives to be a clean draw, right, with the gut shot. What if he just thinks he's up against 10-9, jack to 10, and his queen high is good? That's pretty sick. Bounty opportunity. Is it worth the risk?
No way.
It would be ambitious, but correct if he can find it.
Oh man.
He's touching chips now.
Just checking to see what he's currently working with. Counting out a call. Just wants to see what he's got back. If he calls and loses, some future game stuff.
Future game's very important in bounty tournament. You want to see how many players you still cover if you call and lose.
Man, look at that. Jesse's got 8 bounties currently.
He wants number 9.
And if he calls, he's ahead.
It's a 1.2 million chip jam into 700,000. It's an overbet. He's considering calling queen high with a gut shot. He must just not believe that Dvoress would ever do this with an overpair. To consider it, he's going to call. Jesse
word.
is sick. 60-40 favorite. Table's got to be a bit shocked.
Oh my word. He's found one of the few hands that he's actually ahead of. And Randy, he doesn't need to improve. He just needs to hold now.
Dude, that's a that's a solo own right there. Here we go. Turn card. That's the straight.
That's a beautiful turn card. It removes the pair outs for Dvoress, who's now drawing to a 9 and a 9 only. A 5 would chop it. 9 for the win. Oh my word.
Chop it up, boys.
That's one way.
Oh my god.
Me too.
Dvoress was about to reach for his mic. Wow.
Things got serious.
You could have kept your mouth shut and just looked like you showed it.
Yeah.
Don't look like that anymore.
Oh, no, that was more.
You know what I mean? You would have
It
looked
was more.
Superman on TV, man.
I don't think anyone thought I was calling because I thought I was ahead.
Well, you should have said that.
I
You should
definitely.
have just been like, I think I'm good.
Yeah. I was calling because the number fell right.
250.
That was a fun one. What a sweat.
That was a really insane hand.
That really was. That's going to get clipped. One of the highlights of the day.
Okay, quarter mil. All right, Dvoress has got ace queen suited. He's certainly going to squeeze shove. He might get looked up somewhere, given Dvoress is still the shortest stack of the tournament.
All in.
There's the jam. He's got 13 bigs. Nicky P covers both. He's going to ask for a count.
1.44.
What do we think, Randy? Just ISO here, get Jesse out the way and roll the dice with our ace? Yeah, he agrees.
All in.
Yeah, snap jammed, kick out Lowness.
Dvoress is in fantastic shape here. To double up and then some.
Yeah, especially with 6-5 of diamonds going into the monk.
$3.2 million
Out of
chip
5.
pot
There you did.
for us to get back into this.
And a diamond. 6-5 a diamond. Sorry.
Would cover Nicolaitis. How
Did you
about
have
that
a king?
board? Look. King deuce deuce.
6-5 a diamond.
Yeah, king 6-5.
That's how.
He's playing PLO.
Yeah. Feels like it.
Uh-oh.
It's a good card.
Got shot.
We know 1-5 is dead. We saw the 5 of diamonds folded from Jesse. Petrangelo looking for a 5 or a 4 non-heart.
Sorry, bud.
Brutal. All
Sorry
good, he
about the
says, but
structure. I'm
that's
not sorry that I won.
disgusting.
I give him mine.
I'm
I'm
sorry
like-
that all happened, bro. I had him out the door, now you win his bounty. He's out the door anyway.
Do I keep these or?
Because I'm sorry that all happened, bro.
Well, what?
No, I'm saying last hand, bro. Queen 5. Instead, he gets his chop, and then he's out the next hand anyway. Nothing against you, but you know, now he gets all the money and all the chips.
Bit of a needle
I
there
didn't get
from
all your
Jesse.
money and all your chips. What else would I be complaining about?
All in good spirit, of course,
Thank you.
Thanks, GG Dan.
as we lose Daniel Dvoress. That's good luck. Have fun, boys. He's out in 6th. $145,000. And he came oh so close to completing that Triton Trident earlier on in the series. The second final table of this stop. 6th place for 145. Got it in good. That's all one can ask for. The river and other plans.
Perfect.
Nicolaitis. I know it too. Nicolaitis.
The best pronunciation out of all of you.
All the European basketball players, I'm pretty good with the last name.
Yes. Jesse Lonus or Linus?
Lonus.
Lonus.
Petrangelo with the flatting candidate.
Can't fuck yours up. Yours is easy. I can't mess that one up.
Me yet. Just waiting for my real name. Just my poker name.
Oh, really? Danny
Oh, now I want to know what Danny's real name is.
I think I know.
People will start saying, what is a poker name? Why do you need a poker name?
Ace Jack 3, 2 spades.
Check.
Little top pair for Lonus.
Yes, a disguised one as well, out of the big. And Brack with an interesting decision here. Pre-flop aggressor.
C-bet's pretty good. Deep stacks position. Gut shot. Went over to the middling card. Blockers, 2 hands that can continue. And also blocking the best kickers of ace high.
Queen of Hearts is nice as well, blocking some of the backdoor flush draws. That's a spicy turn card because now Jesse's not going to be going anywhere. Brack may have another stab at this.
It's a pretty tough 2-barrel. The thing is, if he does double barrel, he's very unlikely to triple barrel on this run out, given the ace is never really looking to fold.
$1 million.
1 million straight, that's not coming back. Unless he can spike that king.
Huge turn barrel here from Wisbrod, really looking to put the pressure on a Jack X. That was keeping him honest on the flop. A 3, which Jesse can have some of out of the big. Makes the call. 3.3 million in the middle. Huge momentum shift here if Jesse can just hold on, which he will.
That's safe.
100% check mark next to his name. Brack did what needed to be done on the turn. Now facing the dig in from Lonis. Does he just wave the white flag? Or is this too good of a candidate?
He would need to think that all jacks are calling the turn for him to want to jam the river. Plus, 10 of spades that isn't good, just in case Lonis has some kind of King 10 of spades. That's going to check, call, check, call, check, fold. Feels like he's very likely to just give it up.
Don't be so sure, Randy. You don't make 3 final tables in a row by giving up spots.
All in?
Wow.
Oh, you sicko.
All right. Jeez. He's attacking hard.
What a sick bluff
Call.
from Barak. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Jesse making the call, of course,
It's like 2 million.
with the trip aces.
A little more. 2 point.
Wow.
Well played, Lonis.
1.6, 1.7, 8, 9,
Credit where
2.12.
credit's due.
Didn't think much, too, on the river. Knew where his opponent was at. Laid the trap perfectly. That's very costly for Wisbrod.
Sick bluff, man.
I think it's 2-1-3. You said 2-2?
Sick bluff.
And it's a beautiful place.
And yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's like fuck being on a computer. Walk around, beautiful nature.
Go
Food
time.
amazing.
Michaelitis.
The 2 chip leaders in the blinds.
Is this not a lot bigger compared to Cube?
300?
Just comes with min raise.
Yeah, inducing. I wonder what Nicky P does here with an ace in the small.
80 to 100k every
Concern here
Really?
is 2 flats and we go post 3 ways.
Not every day, right?
Should happen fairly often. Ace deuce off though.
I think it's
He
going
says
in.
not playable enough.
I think this might be going in. Jesse closing the action.
Oh.
Queen, Jack O.
Ay, 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 ay.
Hates to see it.
Like,
So you got 10.
he snap calling and him
That-
getting a flip is
That block.
the only thing. That's what
Michaelitis.
you wanted, Jesse.
Not liking the
Yeah.
fact that he's got the 2 overs to dodge.
Exactly, yes.
And certainly not loving things now.
Got the
Ace Jack 5 board.
It's time to stand up, right?
It is
Put
indeed.
your backpack on. Do you have one?
Don't have one.
Here.
He's 2 cards away from elimination.
It's
Make
time.
that 1. 2 outs once. 10 of spades, 10 of hearts needed. The Lithuanian to stay alive in this one. Can he find it? No.
GG, bro.
4-sider. Close but no cigar.
GG, man.
GG's all round. Just unable to really get anything going. Was handcuffed because of the ICM and because of that man right there. From the get-go, just bulldozing his way through this final table. Michaelitis managed to get a few ladders, but would have hoped for more. We'll head to the pay desk
Completes my little shape I got going.
to collect the 5th place payout of $184,000. We'll have a few pulls at bounties tomorrow. As he adds his 5th final table to his Triton track record. First title will have to come in the 50K.
Petrangelo out of position on Lonis as well. Perhaps contributing to his unwillingness to enter pots. Oh, these two. I think we're about to see a collision with Danny Tang. Far and away the shortest stack. King Jack suited against the button raise. We know Lonis will get it in wider than this. Just looks like a value jam.
There is said value jam.
Call.
Can I have the
12
best hand?
bigs, it is a
No, I don't. I actually
snap-
don't have the best hand. You actually have a hand, Jesse.
I had it.
Snap call.
Okay.
You always have my card.
Yeah, no ace. Just do whatever you want. Because it'll be a
Danny
mountain
looking
if
to
he
go
comes an ace, okay? No ace.
back to back against Jesse. Get back up to a very playable 25 bigs if he can get there, which he does on the King 9-3. Is it
You want
just
Jack now?
DT's day
Jack?
to win all ends?
I don't dare to say.
Danny doesn't want to jinx
Ooh,
it.
baby.
He's superstitious.
I want a king now.
Oh, baby.
I want, when you asked me, I wanted a king, you know. But I didn't dare to say, you know. I was so in front, you know. I can do it with king. Or jack of hearts. Yeah,
He was so in
How about any
front, but the
picture?
3 outer.
just for the sweat. Any picture.
Picture for a sweat.
All right. Good luck, boys.
Okay.
106. Yeah. Good luck.
Does not get there. The 5-time champion adds another final table to his resume. Jesse with his 10th bounty. Just in terms of EV, Kevin, that is worth more than first prize.
That's right. 80K expected per bounty. 800,000 plus what he's already guaranteed puts Jesse effectively over $1 million in this tournament. Potentially more to come.
Another impressive run from the 5-time champion and Triton poker ambassador. The man from Hong Kong, Danny Tang, out in 4th. We'll pick up 229,000 and we'll have 4 pulls at a bounty tomorrow. Is it going to be a case of runaway chip leader similar to what we saw with Nacho Barbero? 6s getting thrown around.
$475.
Oh, this is not good for Barack. Jesse's got a premium. Almost regardless of which action he chooses, all in or small 3-bet, it's so hard to get away from 6s. He's been snapped.
You hear Barack just say, really?
6s last time.
Pair against pair. 21 bigs. Barack knows this is a spot where he could just get shown an underpair. He could just get shown an ace-3 and ace-4.
Easily.
Just be looking to fade the 1 over he's up against. Tens couple. Okay. He's enjoying it. The 9-4 deuce, 2 spades. He has spades covered. Should it come? Not appearing on the turn, and Wisbrod is reduced to 2 outs once. Just 5% equity as he prematurely prepays Jesse his bounty.
Wow.
It worked.
It was the last trick I had.
Do I still get to keep this? If he
Oh
throws
my
it?
word.
Oh my Lanta.
The bounty prepay is the trick, Kevin. Take
Oh my
Apparently.
note. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the first time I've seen that move. And he just drills the 2 outer. Petrangelo's holding. 3rd time he's been raised, and 3rd time it's been a fold. Jesse on the button. Jack 5 of diamonds. Petrangelo with a jammable one.
Yeah, maybe not thrilling under normal circumstances, but we're down to 3-handed play. Petrangelo just 15 or so blinds effective against the chip lead open in a bounty format.
All in.
How much is it?
Jesse's going to ask for a count. He's come with 2.4x on the button.
We know Jesse likes to hunt.
How much is it?
Any pound?
Do you think this would be a light one?
Wrong, right?
Yeah, it's off. It's off.
It's way off, right?
Yeah.
3 point what?
3.425. I closed the plot, that's why
Okay.
was unable to meet you.
It's okay. Thank you.
But Jesse's got on the count. 2.8 on request. He's made the call, Kevin, and well,
Indeed.
he did the commentary for me.
Not the hand you want to see
What's the ace king?
when you're making a
But now you-
intentionally light call.
You hear him say, "Where's the ace king?" He's got 26% equity. Petrangelo, 70% favorite. To work his way back into this one. Bounce back up to 30 bigs. Just needs to fade some diamonds. Or a 5. The 5 of hearts in the window. What is going on today in these all-in spots?
When you're hot, you're hot.
Chop
Take a
outs
top, right?
for Petrangelo. Cowboy for the win. Jesse is one card away from getting us heads up, although he's been here before. But this time he holds. Petrangelo flicks in the bounty chip. Jesse, I believe, has, I want to say 10 bounties now.
I think he might have 11.
I think the 11th one is his own.
Oh, that's
If
right.
I'm not mistaken. He's collected 10.
That's
He's
wild.
eliminated.
Okay.
So whenever
He's
we come back,
eliminated
pretty
like
much, right?
almost 10% of the
Like,
field.
I mean, I'm not going to be longer, but you're not going to start without him.
And it heads up. You're playing for 2.
Did
That's
I get
right.
his bounty?
So there we go. Nick Petrangelo with the slow walkout and the slow exit. Third place money. Will head to receive $278,000 for his efforts. As we are down to heads up. Jesse Lawrence against Barack Wisbrod. That leveling element. 3-bet me once. Okay, what was it they say? 3-bet me once, shame on you. 3-bet me twice, shame on me. 3-bet me a third time, I'm going to stick it in your eye.
I think that's the saying.
Confucius?
Sure.
Was it Seneca? I do forget. Get my poker philosophers mixed up from time to time. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh
Sure.
boy. What is this? Fourth hand of heads up. Both players with trips. They are going to chop it up 48% of the time, so it might be somewhat anticlimactic, but hold on for the time being because there are potential swords to be drawn.
Not uncommon for the big blind and heads up to slow play, but this doesn't strike me as Lonus's style. Raising, of course. Still one of the best plays. We'd love to build this pot. Get in more money against a gut shot. Queen X, ace high. Barack now with a choice. 3-betting small, could get value. He's just going to flat.
2.4 in the middle. Big turn card incoming. King of clubs. Shifts the pendulum in Barack's favor as he goes to 25% equity. They will tie it 61% of the time. As a club would now do it.
I'd like to see Jesse keep betting, but without going too huge. Now that the king has arrived, Jack 10, very common hand for Barack. I like this choice, just 2/3 pot. About as much as we can seek. If we want to keep a queen or a king along. This point feels like Brock's only choice is to call. Continue bluff catching. Maybe sometimes improve.
Massive river incoming. As the backdoor clubs get there. Wisbrod with the 100% check mark next to his name.
That's a big one because I don't think Lonis needs to shut down river. He can continue going for value, but maybe just another board texture change.
Did
that
he just jam?
Oh my god.
All in and a snap call from Barak, who now has a 4-1 chip lead. Just 4 hands into heads up. After a brutal caller.
Yeah. You chop a lot, but not on this one.
Kevin, let that one just sink in for a moment.
Oh, it's sinking.
And they put Triton Poker behind a paywall. I'll jump out of a helicopter with a bungee.
Sounds kind of fun, to be fair.
I don't know, man. You were talking the other day about the risks of flying private. Helicopters are up there as well, man.
Probably hard to keep control of a helicopter as you jump out the side.
Hold on, because this is going in, surely.
Believe so. Lonis setting the trap. Wisbrod probably jamming with the lowest of pairs.
Call. We're flipping.
Flipping
Ace queen suited.
for the win. Barak looking to just hold with the red 4s. 14 million in the middle. Has Jesse on the ropes. It's the second time he's had Lonis all in for the win. Is this the one that he closes out? Well,
Too many outs?
still ahead,
Bloody flop.
but a sweaty flop indeed. Ace, king, queen, 10 needed for Jesse.
Too many outs.
Jesse saying too many outs.
It's a bad card.
He's got 1 pull at 13 of them. Will he get there? Or is Barak going to be lifting his first title? 1 card to come to the river. It's the ace of spades. Barry makes an appearance right when it matters the
Good
most.
sweat, bro. Stay around.
Seems like it would work out.
Blinds have gone up. We started this heads-up match around 50 bigs. Average or so. We now got 26 bigs playing 25. Doesn't really get much closer than that. King 7 coming with the 2.5x. Uncommon, this sizing, this open size.
Just slightly larger than I would like, but not way off. I think increasing from min is wise when we're playing big blind ante and we're above, let's call it 20 big blinds.
Top pair for Wisbrod, 3 million in the middle. Jesse, the pre-flop aggressor, is going to continue on the very dry and disconnected board.
And Barak's top pair, certainly good enough to raise if he would like. No kicker, but that connectivity with the board adding some equity.
Just comes with call. Every pot could be the end of it. 5 of clubs on the turn for additional comfort, reducing Jesse to just 2 outs.
See if that club dangler gets Jesse in any trouble. You'd normally think
Check.
the low card favors Barack.
Oh my word.
Wow.
Where on earth has that King of Hearts come from? Handcuffed, on his way to the cell to be processed, and just in time, the lawyer has shown up with bail money. Barack's going to bet out here, one would
3.1.
assume.
Big size as well.
Cool.
It's going to get snapped.
I have a 10.
10 is no good. An 11 million chip pot going Jesse's way. It was up to 21 bigs. Now he's down to 11. And now money's going in.
Yeah, these two. Can't do anything else.
All in.
Cool.
There's the jam. There's the call. On 2 occasions, Wisbrod had Jesse all in for his tournament life in this heads up. This is the first time he's been all in at risk. And he's going to need to come from behind, which he will do 44% of the time. Was 1 card away from victory just 20 minutes ago. King 5-3, couple of diamonds. Good news is he can't be turned dead. Even on that turn. Needs to find a queen to make Broadway.
Where is it?
No, don't do it.
Get back into it as he goes for the bounty prepay. It worked for him when he was drawing to 2 outs. Will it work for him when he's drawing to 4? Or will Jesse, with his gorilla style, be making it 2 titles? It's the former. 3 of diamonds completes the run out. And we have ourselves a champion in the 40K mystery bounty. The man who manifested it back in 2021 sent us a DM in private on Twitter after his first 6-figure score saying, one day I'm going to be playing Tritons. You fast forward to 2025, he is a 2-time champion with millions of dollars in Triton earnings. Talk about speaking it into existence. Jesse Lonis, ladies and gentlemen, is your champion in the 40K mystery bounty as he gives his invitational partner, Vladimir 𝐃𝐨𝐽, a hug. Jesse going home with $619,000, 12 bounties, and title number 2. Of course, commiserations to Barack Wisbrod. Runner-up will have to do. One of the most informed players on tour, his 3rd final table in a row. Had to collect $422,000 for his efforts here. Kevin, they both delivered. They both delivered in that heads-up match.